Hi, this is Darren Moore for Archons US with a short video on how to batch plot with AutoCAD and AutoCAD LT. Let's get started. Alright, here we are in AutoCAD with a basic drawing that was created by Autodesk for training purposes. This is one of several drawings in a set, and to batch plot this drawing, I'm going to open up what is called the application menu, upper left corner of the interface, left click, and then look for print. Hovering over print, you'll see something called batch plot. Now this command has a few names. Batch plot is often used, but you'll also hear publish. So those are the names you'll hear this command referred to as. I'll go ahead and left click on batch plot. Now prior to starting this video, I saved this document. Typically the batch plot or the publish command would like us to save our document before starting the command, and it will often ask you to save the document. The icons you see here, the white icon on the bottom is representative of the layout, the printing environment. The blue and yellow icon is representative of the model environment. Typically your model environment is not configured for plotting. So I can remove that, that document, that part of the document with a single left click, and then above the sheet name window you'll see a little remove sheet button. I'll left click on that to remove it. Now I don't want to just plot one sheet, I want to plot many, so left of that remove sheet button is an add sheet button. I'll left click add sheet, and I've navigated here earlier today, so it took me directly to the folder of my choosing. I'll left click to yoke A, the second drawing in the set, and I'll shift select 7A yoke collar, the last drawing in the set, and then click select. Again, I have the model views in my sheet name window. I'll just select them each. I'll select the first one, 7A, if you will, and then I'll select the remaining model space views with my control key held down. So control selecting all the model views, I'll then remove them with the remove button. Now you can kind of see the sheet name goes 1A yoke, 7A yoke, 2A yoke, and so on and so forth. So they're a little bit out of order, but that's not a big problem. I can change the order by selecting 7A, and you've got a move up or move down button. So I'll use the move sheet down button. And there we go. So I've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So they're all in the correct order. But if I wanted to plot these in reverse order, I could take 1A and just move it all the way to the bottom. But I'll keep it at the top. So just be aware of that. You can change the order. You can even mix and match the order. They don't have to go numerically as they are right now. Now, currently I have no sheet list. What I'll do is if I had a sheet list, I could open it up. What a sheet list would do is allow us to avoid having to gather these files. These files could all be in separate folders. If I click on the little save button, I should get an option to save this. I'm going to save this to my class file folder is fine. We'll just call this yoke batch plot, and I'll click save. That way later on, if I need to plot all these same drawings again, I can just call up that sheet list right there. Now, if I go over to this location here, that's where I can save my plot. I'll go ahead and click on the save here, and let's just save this. We'll save our plotted document to that class file folder as well. I'll select that. And then what do we want to publish to? You have a couple options. You could publish to the plotter named in the page setup, so an actual paper plotter. And in that case, you could choose how many copies you want of your plot job. But in this case, I want to plot to PDF. I'll go ahead and click PDF. And then let's take a look at our publish options. Publish options. We can kind of see the location of where we're going to save this PDF to. I will be prompted for a name, and by default it will be a multi-sheet file, which is what I want. But if you want to have 7 separate sheets, just uncheck multi-sheet file. You can increase or decrease your quality. Include layer information. That's always great if there's any potential for someone to want to import these PDFs into AutoCAD. The layer information can be retained. If there were hyperlinks, you can include them, and bookmarks, you can include those as well. I don't believe there are any such things in any of these drawings. And then fonts, whatever fonts we use, we can sort of retain those. So when someone goes to view this PDF, the font will look the same on my machine as their machine. Let's click OK. Publishing in the background just allows you to go back to work after you start the command publish. And let's just go ahead and, precision, we can sort different precisions and so forth, but I'll just go right ahead and click publish. Now I'm being asked where to save this document and what to call it. I'll go ahead and just select that folder and that name, and we'll give it a few seconds, and you should see a little dialog box indicating that, there it is. Your printing or publishing job is processing in the background. So now I'll just close that to acknowledge that. Now, a lot of dialog boxes like this, if you don't want to see them again, put a check mark where it says "Don't show me this," so do not show me this message again. And then click close, you won't see it again. Now, because a lot of my work is training involved, I like to sort of keep my dialog box active. So I'll just close it, and I won't click that checkbox. Oftentimes, you'll see a little animated printer at the bottom of the interface on the status bar, indicating that that job is being plotted currently. So we'll give it a minute. The animation is stopped, and now we have a little bubble indicating that the plot and publish job is complete. No errors or warnings were found. The blue hyperlink would allow me to see a publish log or a plot log, but I don't want to see that. What I will do though, I'm going to right-click over that printer icon, right-click, and I want to view the plotted file. View the plotted file. Here we go. This might take a minute. It's going to open up my PDF viewer, which is Bluebeam Review 21. And we'll get a look at this PDF. So whenever AutoCAD prints the PDF and you open that PDF in Bluebeam Review, Bluebeam will offer to remove the viewports, which would not take away any of the line work, but it would just take away the scaling and so forth. I'm going to say no. For import purposes, if somebody wants to import this PDF into AutoCAD, keeping the viewport will allow AutoCAD to determine the scale when that PDF is re-imported, if you will. Now, if I go to the thumbnails, you can see all of these pages were plotted, and they were plotted in their correct order, but again, I could have plotted them in any order. So that is batch plotting to PDF with AutoCAD, and it really does not matter what version of AutoCAD you're dealing with. AutoCAD Civil 3D, AutoCAD Architecture, AutoCAD 2017, AutoCAD 2026, all versions will plot to will allow for batch plot, which again was application menu, hover over print, and batch plot. I'm Darren Moore for Autocad US. Thanks for watching.